the fuck to trust, is he my friend or my foe? I'm a ex draw, yeah, she give me that claim as well. I remember back when I was younger, I was happy. Nowadays feel like no one understand me. I'm good at artists, still on Bob, Bambi. Baby's yellow, text. She wanna eat me like candy. Run up the racks, track me. I'll run up the racks like an athlete. Big facts, you're the dick, 6 flags. Ballin' like Dink, told her I love her. I ain't really mean that, yeah. Nowadays these people like friends. Remember way back she was love. These bitches nigga can't cover. I got 4 hooked up on top. I remember. Just now I sound dog food, no giving. Just to give me some script. Remember I was really on the block like Tetris, just to give me some chip. Surfing, rockin' the parking lot, my weed loud, and like they get rock loud. I be in the night, remember smoking blunts with my friends. Sex a couple of days. This shit got me upset. But at 8, then I found this guy, young smoking with side. Poor friend, my son. Pop it straight like Mary Poppins. Yo, bitch, really got eyes, so smoking on kid, I even coffee. My bitch drip like Mary Poppins. Yo, bitch, really got eyes, so smoking on kid, I even coffee. Nowadays these people like friends. Remember way back she was love. These bitches nigga can't cope. I got 4 hooked up on top. I remember.
Okay, so I'm back from my run, and don't think that was good enough for me, to be honest. Messed up in the first run, but show goes on. I think just waiting for the judges now to decide who wins, but I think I definitely didn't I messed up in the first one really bad. Okay, so I'm back for a run again, and I was pretty surprised that I went one more time, but did my runs. Better entry for me in that first one, but I don't know. It'd be interesting what the judges had to say about that one. But I don't know. It's hard to call, to be honest. One more time. It's another one more time. So I'll be back after this run again. And Oliver gets the win over me, which was I knew that was coming, but fair play to Oliver. And the next battle is and Dominic versus Manuel was supposed to go, but it seems that the opponent was offline, so Manuel gets the win since Matty it's not on, but he will get just a run by himself, just to since he isn't on. But so Boris gets a Byron since Dennis was offline, so he gets a Byron by himself. So that's another one for him. He's in the top 16. We're just waiting for the next battle to happen. Or is everybody gone? I think it. No. Yeah, I think everybody's gone. That's a rookie mistake by me. So our next battle is Marcos versus Daniel. So this should be an interesting. So Marcos is leading and Daniel is chasing. Nice initiation. Daniel is just right on his door. So there's actually a bit of a proximity from both drivers here. But he comes back on his door again. It's a bit off in the points, but still keeping with him. There's a good lead run though. Oh, he's dropped the tyre. But Daniel straightens a bit as they come into the last clip. Oh, he went off. But it wasn't a bad lead run until that point, but if still, Daniel had a good chase as well. So we switch it around and Daniel is leading, Marcos is chasing. And they send it off. Daniel leading and Marcos is chasing, sorry. Initiate into the corner. Daniel, good line. Marcos is just right there with him. That's a really good line from Daniel again, but it's a good chase. He's just right there with him. It's nice. Oh, he's a bit shallow there for Marcos, but there's big proximity from the both of them. Coming to the last corner. Daniel drops 2 tyres, and Marcos does as well as they come over the finish line. Marcos gets the win as he has a much better lead than Daniel, but he's going to the top 16 as Victor and Stanislas. I'm sorry if I butcher your name, but they take off from the line. Good initiation and Supra is just right there. I'm sorry, I can't really pronounce your name, but he's right there. But there's a really good lead play here by Victor as they come on into the last zone. There's a tiny bit of proximity here, but to keep it nice into the last zone, they're right beside each other, no contact, which is good, and they go across the finish line. So now Victor is chasing and they take off from the line. Nice initiation. He's right on. Maybe he took a tire off there, but I don't think so. There's a bit of contact from the both of them into that second outside zone. That could really not do well for Victor here. But they're coming into the last zone flat out, and they're a bit shallow in angle though. I think there's a tiny touch. He's dropped tires, but they go across the finish line. That was a better outside zone by both of them that time, I think, but I think there might have been a drop in the tire. Maybe, but we'll see what the judges have to say about that one. So there was two big mistakes, and Stanley almost went straight into the last corner and hit by Victor, and they go one more time as Victor leads it in. They go for it one more time. Let's see how they get on this one. Big flick into the first one by Victor. Oh, he dropped the tire in the grass bit. He dropped the tire there as well. But there's a really good chase at the minute. There's a bit of proximity there. He's basically cut the track just to get onto his door again. But they're not doing too bad this time. There's a bit. He's on his door, but they're going to the last zone. They're door to door. I think there's a bit of contact, and he is all 4 wheels off by Victor across the finish line. That will be very interesting now for the chase run, I think. But it was a good run until the last corner, to be fair. And they go off again as Victor is chasing this time. Big flick. He's right on the line. It's a good chase here. Far better chase this time, but he's a bit off the angle, and I think the lead driver had dropped the tire an inch on that outer zone. I don't think so, but maybe there is. But they're coming flying. He missed the inner clip, and he almost hit the sign. But he's all 4 wheels off, and there's a big mistake again. I wonder how the judges. And as I thought, Victor gets the win. And so we're on to the next battle, which is Sergey versus Servin, and this will be another good battle. Sergey is leading, and off they go. Bit of gap before the initiation, but they're both off. Oh, that's gonna lead. Oh, I don't know who's in the fault at that one. I want to say it's the lead driver, but they both went off, and it'll make the next chase battle very, very more interesting. But they switched places to finish the run. So Sergey is chasing this time, and Servin is leading. So I wonder if they'll make the same mistake this time, but hopefully not. And off they go, straight from the line. There's a far less gap this time, and he stays on the line by Servin, and Sergey is right there with him. This is a really, really good run by both drivers this time. No big mistakes, if I can tell. The right beside each other. I think that Sergey dropped the tire there on the touch and go, but there's a big contact into the last zone. Now, it's better than the first, but there's still a lot of mistakes, I think. It'll be interesting to see what the... Yep. And Severin gets the win and goes to the top 16. So next battle is Christian Petrov versus Alexander. And this will be a good battle, I believe. Christian Petrov is leading, Alexander is chasing. Good entry by Christian, but they both kind of dropped the tire a bit. Makes it a lot more interesting. Bit of proximity from both of them going into the outer zone too, but Christian is way off. There's a big, big mistake there from Christian in the lead position, but to be fair, Alexander is doing well to keep up with him. As they come to the last zone, bit of shallow angle. I think Alexander dropped the tire a bit, but they're still going good and tight. And they go across the finish line. Now this makes it a very, very interesting next run now. And Christian is chasing, and Alexander is leading, so they go straight off the line. And there might have been a misshift there from Alexander, but Christian, bit of proximity from the both of them there. It's actually a big proximity, but Christian slowly creeping up on the back of him. And not bad from Alexander this time. That was nice. Nice there. Christian could be a bit closer, I believe, as they come into the last zone. There's... Alexander did really well to stay in that last zone as they go across the finish line. And Alexander gets the win from what I believe is Christian's big mistake in the lead driver position. But other than that, it was a good run. Okay, so we're just waiting for Grip C to connect, and we will head on to our next battles. So the first battle as Vadim versus Sebastian Fonten. And this will be, I believe, a very good run. And Vadim is leading, and Sebastian is chasing. Nice initiation. Oh, Sebastian, big angle to try and get onto his door, but he shallows up as they go into the second outer zone. And they're with each other. Good chase from Sebastian here. There's also a good lead by Vadim, and they come into the last zone. Could be a bit closer into the last zone, but oh, Sebastian kind of straightens a bit. He kind of just messes up that whole last zone for himself as they switch it around, and Sebastian is leading and Vadim is chasing. And they head on the line, and they're very, very close to each other from the start. And big angle from both drivers. Vadim was just a tad bit off there. He almost hit Sebastian really hard, but coming to the second outer zone, really nice, really tight to each other. This is a really, really good chase run by Vadim. They come into the last zone, door to door nearly. This is really, really nice chase from Vadim. It's also a good lead from Sebastian as they go across the finish line. Just waiting for the judges to announce on who will get the win for that battle. So there was two big mistakes on the chase, but they were good leads, but they're going to one more time. And Vadim is leading again, and Sebastian is chasing. Hopefully that Sebastian can do a better job this time with the chasing, as Vadim really, really did well in the chasing, but Vadim is leading them in. Sebastian nearly there with him. He creeps up to him as his door, but there's a tiny bit of gap there between the two of them as they come in to the next clip. There's still a bit of the touch and go. Sebastian is a tad bit behind them as they come to the last zone. They're really, really tight. They dropped the tire 2 each, I think, as they come across the line. That's a more interesting one that time. But Sebastian is leading this one, and Vadim is chasing. And off they go, off the line. Vadim likes to stay really close in the initiation. And oh, he almost nearly did the exact same thing as he did in the first run. But He's still there, bit shallow, but he is there with him. He's doing really well here. Sebastian, really good lead. And they're coming to the last zone. Oh, Vadim, I don't know what happened there. Vadim really slowed down a lot there. Almost contacted the wall to go across the finish line. So it'll be an interesting to see what the judges have to say about that. This must be a big decision for the judges, as both their runs were kind of similar, but Vadim had the same mistake as he had in his first chase run against Sebastian, but it's going to be a hard call. To be fair, it is a better chase from Sebastian, and Sebastian gets the win, and he goes to the top 16. Now, we have Owen Fletcher versus David. And Owen is leading them in, and they go off the line. Big flick from Owen. They're door to door into the first zone. This is really nice from both drivers here. They do the transition into that outer zone, and Owen is in the grass. He's still on it though. That's up. That could really hurt him. The judges will think about that, but he's making a couple of mistakes in the lead position. But David is doing well in the chase. Stare with him on the edge, nearly clipping the wall, but overall, it's not a bad run. And David is leading this time, and Owen is chasing. Okay, so there must have been I think, yeah, they jumped before they said go, so they're doing it again. So Owen is chasing, and David is leading it in. And off they go this time, without any mishaps. And big flick there from David as they come into the first. Oh, the big contact by Owen. Big contact there. It's going to be a tight decision here, but he's still doing well to keep up with him. There's a bit of a proximity here, but still going. He's still getting there. And they're coming to the last zone. Bit of shallow angle, but they're still going with each other and across the finish line. I wonder how the judges are going to think about that big contact from Owen in the chase position. And David gets the win over, I believe, the contact. And the next battle is Owen Moss versus Sylvic Drift. And Owen is leading again. Sylvic is chasing. The Z30 and the Supra. And big flick. There's big proximity here from the start line, but Selvik really dropped a couple tires there, but there's a big proximity here as they come into the outer zone 2. Heading into the next zone, there's big proximity here, but Ian is doing really well. Coming into the last zone, really nice from Ian. He might have dropped a tire. He touched the wall at the end. I wonder what the judges are going to think about that one, but Selvik is leading and Ian is chasing this time as they go to their second part of their battle. Okay, so Ian is chasing this time. Better from Selvik in the chase position as he didn't put any tires off. As Ian is just right there with him. And they come on. There's far less proximity. There's still a bit of proximity though. I think that Ian can get a lot closer. They come into the last zone. They're a bit shallow, but there's a bit of contact, I think. And they go across the finish line. And Selvik gets the win over Ian. And the next battle is Matthew versus I don't know how to pronounce that, but Abdullah. Sorry, Abdullah. So Matthew is leading and Abdullah is chasing here. And oh, Matthew's after big contact here, but I think the whole reason that contact even happened was because Matthew went off and Abdullah is finishing his run here, but I don't know. I wonder what the judges are going to think about that one. It's a really nice run though from Abdullah. Okay, so Abdullah is leading and Matthew is chasing this time. So Abdullah is leading and Matthew is chasing this time. Hopefully there's no big mistake. That's a big mistake from Matthew. But Abdullah is really nice into that first zone as Matthew is just there with him. But he's a bit shallow in the second zone, but Abdullah is doing really nice here to keep on. Really nice line. They're coming in good and tight. It could be a bit closer though. They come into the last zone. And they're good and tight as each other, but go across the finish line. And yeah, Abdullah gets the win over Matthews. Big mistake, I believe, in his lead position. And I think that's it for Group C, I believe. Okay, so Group D will be coming up next. So Group D is connected to the server, and the first battle is Mats Roland versus Linkan. I hope that's his name. I hope I didn't butcher your name, but yeah, this will be hopefully a good battle. And Mats is leading them in. Linkan is chasing. There's a big gap. There's a big gap in initiation, but Mats, I think he dropped a tire. Maybe he did. And there's a big proximity here, but Lincoln is bringing in that gap ever so slightly. But this is a really good run from Mats. And there's nearly contact, and Mats is nearly spun out. Oh, that's a big mistake from Mats there. But overall, from that run though, it was a good lead. Lincoln could have been a bit closer, but Lincoln is leading this time, and Mats is chasing. And they're off the line. So there's a big flick for Lincoln. Mats is just there with them. There's a bit of twitching going on there by Lincoln, but he's able to keep it under control. He may drop the tire before he went into that zone by Lincoln, but overall still nice. Mats is far closer to him on the chase run. Could be a tad bit closer with him though as they go into the last zone. And Mats kind of cut the whole last clip to get closer to him, and he hits the wall at the end by Lincoln. This will be interesting from the judge's perspective, I believe. And Mats Roland gets the win, and I think that's because that he had a better chase run overall. And next drivers is for the battles is Torani Kavia versus the Shishaf Slaviko. That's how you pronounce it, I hope. So to go into the first zone, Torana Kavia is leading, and there's a nice proximity here. Tor's are really nice in the lead position, but he's right there in the chase as well. Nice transition. Tor kind of got away from him a tiny bit there. He kind of cut that touch and go, and nearly contact. They're that close to each other, and across the line. It's a nice run by both drivers. And Tor Arnikavia is chasing this time, and they set off from the line. Big initiation from both drivers here. Tor Arnikavia is right there with them, and this is a nice lead and a nice chase as well, basically mimicking the run nearly. It's nice from Tor. There's a big angle from both drivers. They come into the last zone. There's a bit of contact there from Tor, I believe, and they go across the finish line. Interesting to see what the judges have to think about that. This will be an interesting decision from the judges. Both of their runs were actually really nice. They were basically mimicked each other's runs. But so Tor had a better lead and pretty good chase as well. And because of that mistake in the last zone, it's a one more time. So it goes up to the line again, and Tor will be leading. And they're off the line. There's a big flick there from Tor. They go into that zone really nicely, but tad bit of proximity, but he's back on his door again. Nearly touch. Oh, big angle, nearly hit his door. I think he braked a bit too much. But really nice lead there from Tor as they come in to the last zone. Really nice from Tor. He's just right there with him as well. Across the finish line. So Tor will be chasing this time. And they set from the line. Not a bad initiation there, but nearly went off, I think. Tor is right there with them. Nice there from Tor. Oh, his big contact! And he's off the track. That was a big mistake there from Tor. So, goes across the line though, but that big mistake really hurt him, I think.
Instincts going no, looking bad like a bat with an eye patch. All black through the woods with a backpack and a lit match. Spark one time, get the whole city looking like a dark shade of orange when I burn it down. What it is, what it do, whole clique getting live on the talk of the town. Lemon City had a mouth and it wouldn't shut up. On a hunt for a crown, when they get it, I'm a burner, cause nobody in the game right now even deserve it. What I need a crown for anyway.
Okay, so the judges are checking the replay. See what they think about that run, but
tell me what's been getting into you. Envy will kill you. She said I'm a gentleman. I admit a lot of women sit up on my ottoman. I don't give a damn like an auto with no time to kill. I've been feeling like the opposite of work. It's a work and it never been a purpose thing to me. I just do what I love and it works for me. So I'm freaking every check. I put the money in the pushing. But it be gunning to the finish and the getting of it. But everybody know I'm working in the sea. I do it differently. So only time will give me everything that I deserve. My end.
so the judges are checking the replay, so this will be, I wonder how this is going to go, but there was that contact from Tor and Ikavia in the chase position, but don't know. And I also want to apologize for my really bad explanation of names. Not really good with names, but I'm trying my best, as I can tell in the comments that people are actually helping me, which is nice. So
Underrated, we the underdogs, underestimated. Underrated, we the underdogs, underestimated. We the one. We the one. Yeah, out of the darkness I rose up. Golden my soul, it's a gold rush. Yeah. Honor and freedom, I toast up. Kicking game on the snare drum. Hard on the beat, let it bleed out like sacrifices. Cut it open, emotions. Therapy for my mental, I'm pinning a pistol and shit down the eventually I heard the voices that told us, throw dirt on my name and wish me the worst and scold us, yeah. Shot through the heart and pray on my downfall. But yes, he worked out on my outlaw. Stand on top of the table like John Wall. Got the cross on my chest. Rapping smooth on the floor like a jazz song. Witness greatness, look up in LeBron home. Remember that time where you doubt us. They only made me go John Jones. GH, I got the shortcut. You got bad luck. Look at how they all doubt us. Yeah, they doubt us. Yeah. Underrated, we the underdogs, underestimated. Yeah. Underrated, we the underdogs, underestimated. We the ones. Yeah. We the ones.
I think that. Okay. Yeah. Sorry guys, my mic was on mute. There's big contact there. I'm a bit late to the show, but there's a big contact by Reese. But I was commentating that whole time, but see, my mic wasn't working for some reason to go across the finish line. I believe actually I have my mic on mute, which is not really. That's another rookie mistake. So I missed most of that run. I've only seen the contact between the two drivers, but we'll see how we get on. And Reese Tatterson gets the win in this top 32 battle. And there is less mistakes in the chase, I believe. And that is it, I believe, for the top 32 battles. So I think there is a 5-minute break before the top 16. So we are just getting ready for the top 16 battles. So our first top 16 battle is Rahman versus Oliver. This will be an interesting battle. Rahman is leaning in and Oliver is chasing. Oliver is actually a bit behind. I don't know what happened there. There's a big proximity between the two at the minute. As they come into the next zone, and Oliver is just creeping his way up to the door. Still tired with the proximity though. But Rahman is doing really well in the lead position. They come into the last zone. Rahman is off of 4 tires. And Oliver is just there behind him, but it's a big mistake there by Rahman in the lead position. As they switch it up, and Oliver is leading and Rahman is chasing. Coming for the first zone now. Initiation. Oliver is right on the line. He may have dropped the tire, I think, but nonetheless, it's not a bad lead. But Rahman is right there with them in the second zone. Just nice runs by both drivers. It's just really not a bad chase here from Rahman. Oliver doing nice on the lead. Oh, and Rahman! He seems to straighten at the end, but Oliver gets the win over Rahman. And the next battle is Boris Garcia over Manuel. Boris is leading Manuel just behind him. There's a big flick there from Boris. So go on this nice proximity from both of them. There's a bit of twitchiness going on there by Boris, but Manuel's right there beside him. He's just right there. Doing really nice. Bit of proximity by Manuel, but they're just bringing it back together again. There's a bit of straighten there for Manuel. It's almost a contact straighten. Just a tap of contact. Manuel straightens. That's a big mistake. Manuel there. But they switch it around. And Manuel is leading and Boris is chasing. And they go off in the line by Manuel leading. Boris is chasing right now. Really close. And the initiation. The server is lagged a bit. Oh. My game seems to lag a bit, but I will be back in a second. Okay, so we are back, and Marcus is leading, and they're already in the second zone here, and Victor is chasing right now. And not looking too bad here. Coming to the last zone. Victor is a bit straight in there, but go across the line. And Victor leads it in this time, while Marcus is chasing. And they take it off on the line. And a big flick there from Bar. Sorry, Victor. And Marcos is just right there with him. Victor's doing really nice in the lead position as Marcus is just right there with him as well. It's nice into these next zones. Marcus is just right there. Really, really nice into that last zone by both drivers. And go across the finish line. So we're just waiting for a decision from the judges, and I believe that they are going to watch the replay of the battle to find out who is the winner and who will go the top 8. This must be a really, really tough decision for the judges. Be interesting to see who will go to top 8. So Victor gets the win because it seems to be that Marcos is too fast initiation and it led to a big mistake, I believe. And the next top 16 battle is Alexander versus Severin. And Alexander is leading this battle in. And they take off from the line. Alexander kind of touched the cones there, but they're still going. Nice initiation. And Severin is just there with Alexander. They come into the second zone. There's a bit of proximity there. And maybe he's just creepily just closing up. Nearly went off the course. There's a big proximity now from both drivers. Sorry, from Severin, but he's off the track. Alexander had a really nice lead run. And they switch sides, and Severin is leading. And Alexander is chasing. Okay, so we take off from the line. And there's a big gap from initiation there. Alexander maybe misshifted. But they are. Alexander's creepily just getting there. And really. Oh! Alexander's made a big mistake again. He straightened in the straight. As they come into the last zone, there's a bit of contact as well. But Alexander. And across the line, but Severin hits the wall. Big mistakes there. I wonder what the judges are going to think about that one. And that's a one more time. So, Alexander is leading. Severin is chasing for a one more time. Here we go. Going into that first zone. A lot closer this time. There may have been a contact. But I don't know. There's a bit of proximity there from both drivers, from the chase driver. And Severin just needs to get a tad bit closer to Alexander. And they're really close in that outside zone. But and they're across the finish line. And Severin is leading and Alexander is chasing this time. Hopefully Alexander doesn't make the same mistakes as he made as the first one. But they come into the first zone and they're nice stuck together. Alexander's right on his door. Go on to the transition to the next zone. A lot of angle there from Alexander. Nearly loses his car, but still going. Severin is not a bad lead run, and they're just right there with each other. And oh, Severin has two wheels off the track, and they go across the finish line. That has made it a lot more interesting, and Alexander gets the win. And we are now, I believe, heading to the next group of the top 16 battles. Okay, so our next top 16 battle is David versus Sebastian. David is leading this battle in, Sebastian is chasing. They are ready to go and they are off. Big flick from David into the first initiation zone. And Sebastian's just right there with him. David isn't doing too bad on the lead run. Sebastian is just there with him. Just a big dive there from Sebastian. And they go into the last zone, really nice. In the last zone, there's a bit of contact from Sebastian. But across the finish line, and Sebastian is leading this one in, and David is chasing. So Sebastian leaves it in, and David is chasing him in this top 16 battle. Nice initiation, bit twitchy from Sebastian, but still there. And, oh, David is just right there with them. They're door to door. Oh, there's a bit of contact in the transition, and he's right there. Oh, it's really close. Really close. And Sebastian is kind of straightened a bit, and he hits the wall. Bit of contact at the end too, I think. But it'll be interesting to see what the judges have to say about that one. So there was the same mistake in the both runs, and it's one more time. So David is leading in Sebastian for one more time. And they go off on the line with David leading this in, Sebastian chasing him. Big initiation there. David is right on the line, Sebastian's just creeping up to his door, but I think he could get a bit closer on the second outside zone. But not bad. David's having a really nice lead one here. Sebastian's right beside him. Into the outer zone. There's contact by Sebastian on David. And they go across the finish line. And Sebastian is leading this battle in this time. For the second part, David is chasing. And they go from the line. Sebastian leading them. David chasing. Nice initiation. David's just right there with him. Nice nice transition. May have been a touch, but I don't think so. This is a nice lead from Sebastian. This is also a good chase as well, but going to the last zone, Sebastian nearly drops a tire, actually. They go across the finish line. I wonder what the judges have to say about that one. And Sebastian gets the win over David, and he is going to the top 8. So top 16 battle is Abdullah versus Selvik, and they go into the first zone. Abdullah right on the line. Selvik kind of could get closer, and Selvik touches the grass. He touches the grass again in the chase position. There's a big gap between these two drivers right now. As they come into oh, and Silvic hits the banner as they change it over now in this top 16 battle. Silvic hitting the banner, this will be interesting. From Abdullah, he's chasing this one. There's a bit of a gap already from the start line. Don't know what happened there, but Abdullah's just trying his best to get back on his door again, but there's just that big of a gap since the start line. It's kind of hard to do. Big gap still, but it's not a bad lead run from Silvic as he goes off the course with 3 tires and he hits the wall at the end. And Abdullah gets the win, and I believe that is because he hits the wall. Mats Roland and Tor Anakavia is the next top 16 battle, and this will be a very interesting battle, I believe. So Mats is leading it in. Tor Anakavia is chasing. This is a nice initiation. Both drivers. Tor Anakavia is right there. Just gets back on the door from again from that transition. This is a nice lead run from Matt as well, but Tor is absolutely just on his door nearly the whole way. And that's a really nice outside zone. And they go across the finish line. So Tor Anakavia is leading and Mats is chasing. And they go off from the line with Tor Anakavia leading, Mats Roland chasing right now. Right from the initiation. Door to door, but a bit kind of outside the zone a bit nearly. It's not a bad chase. Tor Anakavia doing pretty well in the lead as Mats Roland makes a mad dive on the door at the end, and there's contact, and they go across the finish line. This will be interesting from the judges. So we are just waiting for the judges' decision here on this top 16 battle. So Mats Roland gets the win over Tor Anakavia, as the judges believe that Mats had a far better lead run than Tor, but Mats goes on to the top 8. Another reason too is Tor breaking really hard into the last zone, and that's why Matt gets the win. And the next battle is Ali Arslan versus Reese Tatterson, and Ali is leading into this. Reese is chasing right now. Big initiation. Oh, Reese is right on his door, right from the get-go. This is really nice. Good lead run from Ali. Really good chase run from Reese as well. He's right there with them. Big angle from Reese to get on his door. And Ali dropped the tire at the end there and go across the line. So Reese Tatterson is leading the second half, and Ali will be chasing. And they go off from the line. Reese is leading in, and Ali right there with them. Nice lead run and a nice chase as well. But Ali's just right there with Reese. And oh, there's a bit shallow on that outer zone. And oh, Reese hits the wall to go across the finish line. And Ali Arslan gets the win over Reese Tatterson, and he is going to the top 8. And that is it for these top 16 battles. Okay, so this is the second half of this top 8 battle. Oliver is leading and Boris is chasing. And Boris. Oh, there's a big dive from Boris, but I think that Oliver dropped the tire in the first zone there. And really, Boris is really close with Oliver there in that second zone. And Oliver's doing well in the lead position. Boris is just right there with him in the outer zone. It's really nice from both drivers. Oliver's a bit off, but they go across the line. I wonder what the judges will have to say about this battle. And Boris gets the win, and he is going to the top 4. Next battle is Victor versus Alexander. And Victor is leading this battle in, and Alexander is chasing. And they set from the line. Victor in the lead position, and Alexander right behind him there. That's a really big initiation for both drivers, right on the door. This is a really good start there from both drivers, but it's a bit of a gap. But Alexander's bringing it back in over Victor, but Victor is having a nice lead run. And Alexander's right there with him. Bit shallow an angle, but he's right there, door to door as they come across the finish line. That was a good run for both drivers. Really nice initiation though. And Victor will be chasing this one, and Alexander is leading. And they set off from the line again. And big flick there. Victor is right there with them. Alexander could be a bit deeper into that zone, but he's still there into the outer zone too. It's nice from Victor. Alexander is doing well enough, but they dropped both the tires from that zone. And Victor's right there to the end. And oh, I think Alexander overcut that outer zone, but Victor gets the win at the end. And the next battle is Abdullah versus Sebastian. And Abdullah is leading, and Sebastian is chasing. There's this big flick there from Abdullah, but Sebastian's just right there with him. Could be a tad bit closer, but not doing too bad in the chase position. Oh, there's a bit of contact there in that transition, but they're still going. Sebastian's right there with him until that last zone. Really nice lead there by Abdullah, but he drops 2 tires at the end. They go across the finish line. And Sebastian will be leading this one, and Abdullah will be chasing in the second half of this battle. And they set up from the line. Abdullah chasing, Sebastian leading. Right on the door, Sebastian. Nice chase, a bit closer. Yeah, he's getting right there with him. He's on his door. Sebastian's doing well. He's well in the lead position. There's no contact this time though. And they're going to our zone. Really tight into it. There's a bit of straightening there from him. Abdullah, but they go across the line. So I wonder what the judges will have to say about that one. We're just waiting for the judge's decision on this battle, as there was a couple of mistakes. So it'll be interesting to see who will go to the top 4. And Abdullah gets the win over Sebastian with a little bit better of a chase, and it gets him the win. So top 8 battle here is Mats Roland versus Ali Arslan, and Mats is leading this one in, and Ali will be chasing. So straight off the line, Ali's right there with him even from the get-go, and he's right on the door of Mats Roland. Really nice already by both drivers. Nice lead by Mats. Good chase as well by Ali Arslan. And there, still towards a bit of a jumpiness there from Ali, but Mats nearly puts the tyre off the track and will cross the line. So Ali will be leading in the second half of this battle, and Mats will be chasing. And they set off. Ali leading and Mats chasing this time. A nice initiation again. Nice lead from by Ali, and Mats is just right there with him. Nice transition here. And into that touch and go. They're right there beside each other. And there's contact. Big contact that sends Ali off. And Ali Arslan gets the win over the big contact. He is going to the top 4. So top 4 is next. So Boris is leading in this one, with Victor chasing him. And Victor's doing really nice here in the chase position, but Boris is also doing really good in the lead. And there's a big dive there by Victor. And then to the last zone, they're door to door. It's really nice by both drivers. And across the finish line. top 4 is, and leading this time is Victor, and chasing is Boris. And they take off from the line. Nice from both drivers in initiation. Oh, really close to each other as they come into the second outer zone. There's a tad bit of proximity, but he's bringing it back again. And Victor is having a nice lead, and what a dive by Boris! He taps him, he sends him off the track. And he's across the finish line, but I believe there's a big tap. And Victor gets the win over Boris. And on to our next battle is Ali Arslan versus Abdullah. And it seems that Abdullah is not moving at the minute, but oh, he's back. So this battle will continue with Ali leading and Abdullah chasing. And they start off. It's a big dive from Abdullah onto Ali's door. Really nice. And the chase driver. Ali's doing a nice lead run as well, but Abdullah hits the grass a bit and he's a tad bit behind. He needs to pull together and get up close. And he's right there with him at the end, but there's definitely a big gap between them at that second outer zone. And Abdullah is leading in the second half, and Ali will be chasing. Ali is right there with him, right beside him from the get-go. That's a nice initiation. Abdullah is pulling away a tap up, but Ali's getting back on his door again. This is really nice from Abdullah, but Ali makes a mad dive onto the door on Abdullah. And they go across the finish line. And Ali Arslan gets the win, and he is heading to the finals. So next battle for, I believe, third and fourth place is Boris versus Abdullah. Was this the final? Sorry, my bad. So it is the final between Ali Arslan versus Victor. So we're going with the final first, since Abdullah is not on at the moment. But this is for first and second. And Victor is doing really nice in chase position, as Ali's doing also really good in the lead. And they're door to door outside the second zone. This is really nice from both drivers. And they're coming really close to each other, door to door at the end. Really nice in the outside zone. And they go across the finish line. It's a really nice run. And Ali will be chasing this one. And Victor will be leading. Ali in the chase position right now. Really nice into the initiation. They're both right there. Victor doing nice in the lead position, as Ali is just door to door with him right now. Bringing on to mad dive by Ali as they come into the last zone. Door to door as they come to the end. They were that close, nearly been in contact, but this will decide who will win and who will come second. Both drivers have come a long way in this competition, and now they're in the final. Both really good chases by both drivers. And Ali had a really nice lead run, and Ari Ashlan wins the ProAM. And Victor has come second. It's really nice runs by both. But Boris comes third, as Abdullah is not online. So Boris gets a bye run for third place. And that ends to the top 32 of ProAM. Really good competition. Not a bad run from Boris. Okay, so it seems that first place, second place, and third place, I believe, is going for a train run, but Boris doesn't seem to want to be part of it, by the looks of things. We are just... and the both of them just take off for a run, as Ali is first place and Victor has come second. Really nice run from both drivers in the final. Bit of contact, but I don't think it matters now. Really nice run from both guys again, even though it's just a bit of a run around. And that is the end of ProAM. Okay, thanks everyone for tuning in the top 32 Pro AM, and we'll